What's going on, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. We've got some fresh Freddie Freeman rumors to get into. We're going to dive into those in just a second, but quick reminder, for all latest Dodgers news and rumors, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. And as always, some of your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. Do you think that Freddie Freeman will sign with the Dodgers? If you do, give me a hashtag Freeman to LA down below in the comment section. And two, who are you more worried about? Is it the Yankees or the Braves? Let me know down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So look, it hasn't even been a day yet, but baseball being back just feels so good. You can inject these trade rumors right into my veins. We're going to dive right into it. John Morosi, he tweeted out, Dodgers' interest in Freddie Freeman is sincere based on what I've heard from sources tonight. Braves and Yankees obviously are prominent in the Freeman marketplace. Some in the industry believe he could be next major free agent to sign. So first things first, let's welcome back the Dodgers rumor meter. And for this rumor that has the Dodgers sincerely interested in Freddie Freeman, I'm going to give it a 3 Dodger dogs. I do think there's serious smoke there. I'm not ready to elevate it quite yet. I think the bigger takeaway here is the Yankees and the Braves appearing to be maybe ahead of the Dodgers at this point, because you heard a lot about the Yankees today. NJ.com's Brendan Cuddy, he put this out a little while ago. He wrote, with the restart of free agency looming, the Yankees are expected to waste no time in contacting the representatives for star free agent first baseman Freddie Freeman. A person with knowledge of the situation told NJ Advanced Media on Thursday. The person spoke on the condition of anonymity because he wasn't authorized to speak publicly. He's definitely on the table, the person said. So I definitely think the Yankees are going to be major players when it comes to Freddie Freeman. I know I said on the show that I could never picture a clean-shaven Freddie Freeman in pinstripes in the Bronx, but this is a Yankees team that has money to spend. This is a Yankees team that wants to show its fan base that they're serious about winning a World Series. You know what the expectations are in New York. You know the standard they've set, and you know their fans are not happy about the fact that they haven't won a World Series in over a decade. It is a drought in New York, and you also remember the Yankees, they didn't sign Corey Seager. A lot of people had New York as the team that was the favorite to sign Corey Seager. He grew up a Yankee fan. They had the money. They wanted a shortstop, a left-handed bat, but it appears that they trust the development of their young shortstops. They have prized prospects in Volpe and Peraza, guys that they see as the shortstop of the future in the Bronx. And you talk about Freddie Freeman at the price he's going to command. He's looking at maybe 6 years, $180 million, something in that range. And I think if you're the Yankees, so you say, hey, we can get a clubhouse leader, a big apple type of star in Freddie Freeman for $180 million, and he turns this team into a win-now contender. I think you strongly consider that move, because look, even though he is 32 years old, he's still one of the best hitters in the league. He still can rake, and also he's going to fit perfectly in that Yankees lineup. And then a few days ago, John Heyman, he tweeted out sources. The low-revenue Tampa Bay Rays made superstar Freddie Freeman an offer before the lockout. Yankees very interested. Jays, Dodgers, others could fit. It's a surprise Braves didn't lock him up before lockout. They remain in mix. New daily feature, actual baseball news. So that was from John Heyman. And then you talk about the Tampa Bay Rays. Look, I don't think they're a serious threat to sign him. Look, he's a little out of your league. The biggest deal they, of course, signed when they signed Longoria to that $100 million deal. Of course, they signed Wander Franco to that big extension, but we're talking about Freddie Freeman at 32. So I don't think the Rays, at the end of the day, will be major players for Freddie Freeman, but I do think the Yankees are a very, very big threat. The lure of New York City, of putting on those pinstripes, considering you're coming off a World Series championship, you are a former MVP. I think he has the personality that can handle being in New York, so I definitely think they're a team to be reckoned with. Now, when it comes to the Dodgers in all of this, I think the big factor is how long will the Dodgers be willing to go? Will they be willing to extend him an offer that says 6 years? Because I just don't think you can convince Freddie Freeman to accept a shorter-term, higher AAV deal. Now, we know the Dodgers, they tried to do that in the past with guys like Bryce Harper, but we're talking about Freddie Freeman at age 32. And older guys, they tend to want the years. Most players, they want the years. And I think if you're the Dodgers and you think that you're going to be able to get him on a 4-year deal with $35 million plus on the AAV per season, I just don't think he's going to accept that. I think he wants that 6-year bag. And if you're Freddie Freeman, you're in a really good position because you have the two biggest markets, New York and Los Angeles. Both are interested in your services. So let's say you do want to go back to Atlanta and be Mr. Brave and have that statue and maybe even go into the Hall of Fame one day as one of the most iconic players in franchise history. Maybe you say, hey, I got the two biggest teams going after me. I'm going to leverage that to see how much I could get from the Braves. We know they offered him 5 years, $135 million. He was said to not be very happy about that offer, so I don't anticipate he's going to sign for something that low. But you know that all these teams, the Braves, the Dodgers, the Yankees, just because they couldn't contact Freddie Freeman during the lockout, one, it doesn't mean you weren't working back channels and that sort of stuff, but it also doesn't mean you didn't have communication with your own organization to see, hey, what is the highest we're going to go? Because once this lockout ends, it's going to be the Freddie frenzy, and we know that they're going to be looking for best and final offers very soon. And our friend of the show, Jerry Harrison Jr., he was on Sportsnet LA today, and he said that Freddie Freeman, he's going to sign very soon.
I have it on good authority. He will sign within the next 24 to 36 hours. So I'm hoping the Dodgers are very aggressive. Freddie Freeman will not be a free agent long. Trust me on that.
So shout out to Jay Hare, friend of Dodgers Nation. And look, he said a few months ago that, hey, he was hanging out with Chipper Jones, and Chipper Jones was talking about maybe Freddie Freeman going to the Dodgers. So I trust the former players because you know they talk. But I also think that Freddie Freeman has a big decision to make. I'm not surprised in the least that he's going to wrap this decision up in short order. I definitely expect him to sign within the next 48 to 72 hours. He wants to get into camp. He wants to secure that bag and just get this out of the way. And he's going to be the big domino because when he signs, and whoever that team is, let's say it's the Yankees, the Braves, the Dodgers, if that team is still looking for a first baseman, a impact left-handed bat, do they pivot to a Matt Olson trade? I would expect the Yankees and the Braves, if Freeman signs elsewhere, let's say it's the Dodgers or the Blue Jays or the Rays, who knows, I would expect them to explore a Matt Olson trade very quickly, whereas if Freeman signs with those teams, I don't necessarily think the Dodgers are going to make acquiring Matt Olson top priority because, look, let's not forget, they do have Max Muncy, who happens to be an all-star first baseman. So I'm just happy to have rumors back. Look, that's how I knew that baseball was back. When you had insiders linking big free agents to the Yankees and the Dodgers, you knew that baseball was back. It could not be happier. But we're going to be following this every step of the way, so be sure to check here on the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. I want to know from you guys, where do you think that Freddie Freeman will sign? Will it be with the Dodgers? Who do you think is the biggest threat to the Dodgers right now? Is it the Yankees? Is it the Braves? It feels like there is momentum for the Yankees right now, but you also have to remember the Dodgers, they keep things close to the vest. Remember last year, it was Trevor Bauer to the Mets until the very end, and then it was the Dodgers. So do not rule out the Dodgers ever in these big signings. But let me know down below in the comment section. I think the big deal with the Dodgers is, will they offer him 6 years and possibly in the 180 range? I think that is kind of the big decision, because I think if they don't, I think it's going to be tough to get him to agree to a shorter-term, higher AAV deal. But let me know down below in the comment section. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. For our latest Dodgers news and rumors, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. And as always, think blue, bleed blue. Baseball's back, baby.